Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, let's talk about 2021 Canyon Ultimate CF SL7 disc road bike. But before we start, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon because it's gonna help in growing the channel. Of course, if you are already a subscriber, then thank you. So, as I was saying, 2021 Canyon Ultimate CF SL7 disc bike. You already know that Canyon is a famous German bike brand, direct to consumer. So basically that means that you can order all of their bikes online and they will get delivered to your home address. You just need to put a few pieces together and you are ready to go. That has a lot of advantages because Canyon can offer very competitive prices, probably the best on the market if you consider like Canyon and Rose bikes. Usually they offer the best value for money, but also one drawback is that you can't negotiate these prices. It is what it is. When you see it online, that's the price, that's the fixed price. Sometimes Canyon would offer some kind of discounts, especially when they have some grand tours like Tour de France, Giro d'Italia or Vuelta. Then Canyon would offer certain small discounts on their bikes. You also probably know that I am a big fan of Canyon bikes, specifically because I believe it is a very good value for money, and these are ultimately, quality products. So let's dive in and let's see what do you get for your hard-earned money with this 2021 Canyon Ultimate bike. First thing first, let's discuss about the Ultimate Range. So you see, Ultimate Range is the climbing bike when it comes to the Canyon range. So if you are in the market for a quality climbing bike, then definitely have a look at Canyon Ultimate, and always keep in mind that these bikes are all about, lightweight, stiff bikes. Retail price for this bike is 2,900 British pounds, and this is going to be approximately 2,800 US dollars for all the people across the pond. And it will definitely depend if Canyon has all these models available in your country. You see, sometimes it happens that certain bike manufacturers limit certain bike models for certain markets. So for example, this CFSL7 might be available in Europe, but it might not be available, let's say, in Australia or USA. So this is definitely something you need to check on the Canyon's website of your local country, just to be sure that you can get this model which I'm talking about today. But roughly UK 2,200 British pounds, US 2,800 US dollars, and always keep in mind there's going to be a bit more added on top of that for the shipping. So for example, UK shipping might cost you approximately 60 British pounds. When it comes to the paint scheme on this bike, you have two choices. One is this very classic, I would call it black on black, or they call it stealth paint scheme. Definitely not my cup of tea, and I would easily skip this paint scheme and go with the paint scheme that Canyon calls True Grey. It is a metallic grey, very nice paint scheme, like a light grey with a hint of black. Properly classic paint scheme, and this would definitely be my choice. It's always good that Canyon gives you at least two paint scheme choices on these levels of the bike, because keep in mind 2,200 British pounds retail price is on the lower end of the bike market, considering the prices, considering the components you're gonna get on this bike. But I truly believe that this is a very good, like a project bike, like a starting bike, where later in your career, how would I say, in your usage of the bike, you can easily upgrade some of the parts on this bike. So total weight of this bike, Canyon claims 7.9 kilograms. They don't say in which size this is, and I would suspect that this can be some kind of size medium or even in size small. So easily, if we assume that the majority of sales are going to go to the large size of this bike, I would easily assume that this is going to be 8 kilograms bike, 8.1 kilograms bike out of the box. This is nothing special when you think about the bike weight, just because all other bike manufacturers can do similar bike weights. Some of them can even go a bit lower. So it's a decent bike weight. Now let's talk about the main components of this bike. And let's kick off with the frame and the fork. So you see, this frame and the fork is the Canyon's ultimate CFSL range. This is not top of the line what Canyon can do. There is SLX range above it, and then even above SLX you will have the Canyon CFR range, Canyon Factory Racing. So this is a decent carbon fiber range from Canyon, but not, creme de la creme that they can do. But always put it in a perspective of the price that you are paying for this bike. Keep in mind also that this frame and fork are 12mm through axles front and back, and also flat mount disc brakes ready. Also, there is a 6 years guarantee warranty on Canyon bikes for the first owners. You just need to register, and this is both for the frame and the fork. So it is a decent warranty. Again, nothing special, because as you know, there are some other bike manufacturers like Giant, Trek, Merida, Specialized, who can offer you a lifetime warranty on their carbon fiber frames and the forks. I hope that, for example, Canyon in the future will move into that direction, offering a lifetime warranty. Drivetrain on this bike, let's talk about that. So this is a mechanical Shimano 105 group set. So everything from the rear mech, it is Shimano 105, R7000, front mech Shimano 105, and the shifters are also Shimano 105, so full Shimano 105 mechanical group set, which is absolutely superb mechanical group set. Basic Shimano mechanical group set, but absolutely superb choice. No complaints here. Just keep in mind that this rear mech on the bike is the Shimano 105 short cage. That means that, for example, if you want to fit a cassette which is kind of 1134, this rear mech won't take it, so you'll have to change it to the long cage rear mech. But on this bike, the cassette that's on the bike is Shimano's 105 cassette. Brilliant, absolutely no cutting corners. And this cassette is the 1130 cassette, which is great because it will always allow you to have this bailout gear when you are really attacking some steep mountains. Crankset on the bike is Shimano's 105 crankset, superb choice. They don't mention here the chainring sizing, although, they are mentioning that in the geometry and dimensions they should mention the chainring sizes. Let me just quickly see if I'm missing something here. Yeah, so it's gonna be 5236 crankset in the sizes medium and large, which is a great choice because it's paired with the cassette 1130 cassette. So as I was saying, you'll absolutely be easily attacking those steep mountains. Bottom bracket on this bike, so this is a press fit bottom bracket, Shimano press fit standard, but the bottom bracket on this bike is Token Ninja Light. I have to admit that I've never used these Token bottom brackets, never even heard of them, so I needed to Google a little bit to find out what is it all about. And I see, Token, a company that produces different components for the bikes. One of them is the bottom bracket. So this is a classical bottom bracket, which is for the BB86 standard, BB92, BB89.5 Shimano press fit bottom bracket standard. Bearings on this Token bottom bracket are their own production. I absolutely have no clue what's the quality of this bottom bracket. So if anybody has any experience with this Token Ninja bottom brackets, please do let us know in the comments below. But also keep in mind that once when you destroy this bottom bracket, it's easy to buy one of the Shimano's Ultegra level press fit bottom brackets, which should absolutely have no problems. When it comes to the braking performance on this bike, you will have a superb Shimano hydraulic brakes. These are Shimano 105 level hydraulic brakes paired with the Shimano RT70 braking rotors, and these rotors from the images, as I can see, should be 160mm braking rotors both front and back, central lock rotors. These are pretty, standard basic Shimano braking rotors. In the future, when you destroy these rotors and pads, you can always upgrade easily to the Shimano Ultegra level braking rotors with the iStack technology. But generally speaking, Shimano hydraulic disc brakes, absolutely no problem. Superb choice even on this Shimano 105 level. When it comes to the wheelset on this bike, this is the DT Swiss P 1850 spline wheelset, and I'm glad that they have included the DT Swiss wheelset. I am a big fan of DT Swiss products, very quality products, and this is a classical aluminium wheelset, so aluminium rim, 23mm high, 18mm inner width, and the pair of these wheels are approximately 1720 grams approximately. So nothing special in the weight department, but the quality of DT Swiss wheelset is usually superb. The only thing here that I would mention is if you look at the DT Swiss offering from their official website for the wheelsets, they don't have this DT Swiss P1850. So I don't know if this is something that they have done specifically for Canyon, some kind of a bit, let's say, lower grade, or I don't know how to explain it, from their P1800 wheelset, because the only thing I would check here on this wheelset, DT Swiss P1850, if you want to drop an email to Canyon and just double check what hubs are on this wheelset. Is it DT Swiss 370 hubs, and are the spokes and nipples also from DT Swiss? I hope they are. I hope they didn't cut corners on this little detail with this P1850 wheelset. This wheelset is wrapped in superb Continental Grand Prix 5000 tires. These are out of the box 25mm tires. This is something that in the future I would strongly suggest, once when you destroy these tires, to move to the 28mm tire. Simple reason is that more air volume, more comfortable ride. But you can always keep the Continental Grand Prix range of the tires. Considering the cockpit on this bike, you will have a carbon fiber aero cockpit from Canyon. So this is, integrated bar and the stem, one piece carbon fiber cockpit. I'm not a big fan of this one piece carbon fiber cockpits, just because when you need some smaller fine tuning adjustments, then you basically have a problem. I hope that this is gonna fit for you immediately out of the box, considering your frame size. But again, I wish that Canyon just stick to the classical bar and the stem separate pieces. But a lot of bike manufacturers are going into this direction, specifically for the aerodynamic gains. When it comes to the seat post and the saddle, so seat post is superb Canyon carbon fiber seat post, their famous VCLS seat post, top notch carbon fiber, nice for soaking up all the small road bumps. And when it comes to the saddle, this is the Selle Italia SLR Boost saddle. I have experience with Selle Italia saddles. Personally, they work for me. But for example, if you have some of your special preferences when it comes to the saddles, and you have found your desired saddle, then please do keep it as long as possible, because, as I always say, saddles are such a personal preference that it makes so much sense to keep your preferred saddle literally forever, or even buy, two of them just so you have it. So this is it for the 2021 Canyon Ultimate CF SL7 disc road bike. It's definitely an interesting offering from Canyon, considering the value for money. Retail price 2,200 British pounds, or approximately 2,800 US dollars. So if you are in the market for this kind of climbing bike with the mechanical Shimano 105 group set, with the hydraulic Shimano 105 disc brakes, wrapped in the DT Swiss wheel set with Continental GP tires, of course carbon fiber frame and fork from Canyon CF SL range, and some small carbon fiber pieces like the Seatpost and the Aero Cockpit, then definitely you should have a look at this Canyon Ultimate road bike. So I think this is going to be it for today. If you like what I'm doing, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida!